Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be all about Eminem and my love for Eminem. As I said previously, I am catching a cold, so it might be a bit sniffly in this video. Now, I hadn't planned for this to ever be like some sort of series on the channel, but I did one on Michael Jackson, I've done one on Prince, I think I've done one on Oasis way back when. I'm going to do... So we've done Michael Jackson, we've done Prince. I think it's next month when What's the Story Morning Glory celebrates its 25th anniversary, and I'm going to do a Why I Love Oasis so much there as well, or My Love For Oasis. But today is all about Eminem. To start, I just want to do a quick overview. So I grew up listening to Eminem. I mean, when I joined senior school or high school, in the UK it's called senior school, and you join it when you're about 12, I want to say, 12, 13. One of my friends there, he was called Mike Bucket, I think his name was, and he was Eminem mad. And of course, when you're 12, you're impressionable, and you want to impress people. So I started listening to Eminem so I could be his friend, and then I got into Eminem. I loved Eminem, and Eminem is right up there with Linkin Park for having helped me through that hard time. There's a whole video about it if you want to learn about the bullying and stuff, but during school I was not liked at all. No one liked me in school, and that led to certain things happening every day that have affected my mental health in the future, which is now. But anyway, enough of that. Eminem helped me through those hard times. Songs like Beautiful that came out while I was in school, you might find cheesy and bad, but I think it's amazing, and it did really help me to hear that song back then, you know. But yeah, his music was very influential and very helpful. Now, I was listening, we'll talk about this more a bit later, but I got into Eminem during what was his most turbulent and what most people would consider his worst era of music. But I love it. Anyway, let's get straight into it, because we've got a lot to cover. So, Eminem's first album was Infinity, released in 1996, I want to say. And I don't have that on vinyl, because nobody does. Because it's not really considered his first album, because it flopped hard. Nobody bought it. Nobody wanted it. It was a double album that didn't do well at all. Nobody gave it a chance. The only person who heard it and liked it was Dr. Dre, who then wanted him to meet Eminem, and that's how that love story started. So, in retaliation to that, Eminem invented the character Slim Shady, who was just this really fucked up dude. Eminem had decided that he was going to start pushing a lot of buttons, and because nobody had given him a chance, he invented this character Slim Shady so he could do that. And then his second LP, which was huge, was the Slim Shady LP. And the two singles from this one are My Name Is, Hi, My Name Is, What, My Name Is, Who, My Name Is Chicka Chicka Slim Shady, which is amazing. Guilty Conscience is an amazing song. Brain. What was that? Oh, sorry, I'm so tired. 97 Bonnie and Clyde is also on this album. Now this is a sequel, or Kim is a prequel, because that came out after. Anyway, in 97 Bonnie and Clyde, Eminem has Kim's dead body in the trunk of his car, and Haley is up in the front, the passenger seat with her dad, Eminem, and he's taking Haley so she can help him dump Kim's body in the lake. It's really fucked up, but I think it's brilliant. I have to admit, I have there are a few songs like Guilty Conscience, Brain Damage, If I Had, 97 Bonnie and Clyde, Role Model is great, My Fault is great, Come On Everybody is great, Come On Everybody. But otherwise, this is not one of my favourites, to be honest. But then Eminem would follow that up with, it's over here, they're too far away. Come here, slut. Right. the Marshall Mathers LP. Now this to date is his biggest release. This went like triple platinum or something. This was huge, and I can see why. It's amazing. So, public service announcement is great, which is just a fun opening skit. And then Kill You. I love Kill You, where on this album Eminem was just dead set on pressing a lot of buttons, and Kill You is a song about killing his haters and his fans, but also having, I gotta go careful because of YouTube, but having intercourse with his mother against her own will so he can have a new son and a brother, if that makes sense. I'm trying to make it a bit PG, but that's kind of hard to do. There's a review out of this album, but it's blocked in some countries for whatever reason. It's really dumb, but that's that. But yeah, the lyrics go, just bend over and take it like a slut, okay, mom? Oh, now he's R-A-P-I-N-G, his own mother, and we gave him the Rolling Stone cover. Anyway, then the third song is Stan featuring Dido. It's Dido, not Dildo. So, Stan is an amazing song about a fan who, who is so just loves Eminem so much that in the end it kills him. Other songs on this album you should definitely check out. You want to check out Remember Me featuring RBX and Sticky Fingers, and I'm Back. Marshall Mathers is amazing. Bitch Please 2 featuring Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Exhibit and Nate Dogg are amazing. Kim is on this album. Kim is a very angry song and is the prequel to 97 Bonnie and Clyde, where Eminem murders Kim after he finds her cheating on him with another man, which is just nuts, and it's a very good album. I've heard people say that this sounds really outdated now, and I've never understood that logic. Like, it's the same as saying the Beatles sound outdated. This sounds outdated because it is outdated. It came out like over 10 years ago, probably close enough 20 years ago. No, this is over 20 years old, so of course it's going to sound outdated. What? Music from the 1930s sounds outdated because it's older. You can't, Anyway, moving on. Next up we have The Eminem Show, which is amazing. White America, I could be one of your kids, is an amazing song. Business is great. Cleaning Up My Closet, amazing. Say Goodbye to Hollywood. Sing for the Moment is my favourite Eminem song. I absolutely adore it. When the Music Stops, Say What You Say, Till I Collapse. Till I Collapse is amazing. It does feature someone. I swear it features someone, but it doesn't say it on here. It's just it's a punk rock sort of vibe to a rap song, and it really just gives you that energy to kick some ass. It's brilliant. Does this come with a little... No. But just a neat little... It is a brilliant album, this. He would follow that up with Uncle. Now, if you're like a big Eminem fan, you obviously know all this already, so you can you can leave. But this is just me appreciating someone I've fallen in love with again. I love the artwork on this album, because at the end of this album he kills all the audience who have come to see the Eminem Show. So Evil Deeds is amazing. Never Enough featuring 50 Cent and Nate Dogg. Yellow Brick Road I love. Like Toy Soldiers. Puke is great. Big Weenie. I'm actually this. You see, between this and Relapse for my favourite Eminem album, I think I'd just choose this one. But it is an amazing album. I absolutely love this one. And Mockingbird is amazing. Crazy in Love, One Shot, Two Shot, Everybody, this is amazing. Just Lose It, Ass Like That. Gwen Stefani, Would You Pee-Pee on Me Please? But yeah, that's amazing. But then, so Encore was the height of Eminem's drug abuse. He suffered with an addiction to Vicodin. I think it's Vicodin. And there's probably other stuff as well. I know he's probably smoked weed and stuff. I can't really talk about addiction because it's not something I've ever dealt with. But he had to stop. That's why it was his last full-length album for 5 years, because Eminem went into rehab, and that would allow him to make my other favourite Eminem album. But he did make Curtain Call the Hits, which is great. If you're an Eminem fan and you're not like that big on collecting records, I would definitely recommend you pick this up. For a Greatest Hits album, this is great because it's better than most other Greatest Hits records because it has some of his deeper cuts in there as well. Also, Fuck. Ow, 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 oh God, yeah, I'm gonna fuck it, count. Sorry, and this is also this early period of Eminem is a test of how childish you are. If you're like me and you laugh at all the jokes in it, then you are a childish idiot. Don't worry, I'm a childish idiot too. But yeah, it's also got the song When I'm Gone, which is a bonus track, which is amazing. And what was the other one? Oh, Shake That featuring Nate Dogg, which is a meme song. I think it was a meme song during the Vine era, which I didn't know until I got this record and heard it. Anyway, moving on. Next up we have, we're now getting into the period of music that he was releasing after his stint in rehab, when I got into it. So the first album to come out during is A Relapse, which this is probably my most played Eminem album, and I do absolutely love it. It's fucked up. This is really fucked up. So Eminem had a sort of serial killer vibe when he made this album, and he does now state that he hates this album, but I think it's brilliant. I love all the beats. I love My Mum is a great song. Insane on this album is just fucking nuts. Bagpipes from Baghdad, Hello, same song and dance, We Made You, Medicine Ball, amazing. Stay Wide Awake is my favourite song from the album. Must Be the Ganja, It's the Marijuana. Beautiful is amazing. Crack a Bottle, I let your body waddle. Don't act like a sloppy model, you just hit the lotto. That's a great song. But this album didn't do very well at all. It wasn't well received by critics or fans alike. And there was a sequel to this album. It was going to be 2 albums. But I think the sequel was leaked, or a part of the sequel was leaked. So Eminem released Relapse Refill, which had a few bonus tracks. Those were the ones that were leaked. And then he just scrapped the second sequel to this album. And instead, he made Recovery, which, again, this one wasn't well received either, which is a shame, because I think it's brilliant. Cold Wind Blows is amazing. Talking to Myself, Feet Kobe. On Fire, Won't Back Down. Spacebound, Cinderella Man, so bad. Going Through Changes, Not Afraid, Seduction. No Love featuring Lil Wayne, which is an absolute banger of a song. Almost Famous, Love the Way You Lie, the only Rihanna song I like. You're Never Over is great. The only thing I don't like on this album is the untitled, there's an untitled bonus track at the end where he says I'm not done, and then begins to obviously continue rapping, but like I don't like it. There's something about, I just think you should have ended your album. Actually, it's the same with this album. Well, it's not like an untitled bonus track, it's called Underground. The closing track to this album is called Underground, and it's the only song on the album I don't really like. The beat sounds off, and the lyrics, it doesn't sound like, it's completely out of character for the rest of the album, and it throws me off. So then, 2013, a full 3 years after the release of Recovery, we have a Marshall Mathers LP2, which was obviously a sequel to his biggest album, so it was definitely a tall order. But I think it really stands up to his first album. I love Bad Guy, the opening track, which is written in the style of Stan's little brother, who is pissed off at Eminem and is coming to go kill Eminem. Eminem killed by Eminem, and he references the fact that he's called the Marshall Mathers LP2, so people will buy it. Huh. And it's amazing. Rhyme or Reason, I love. So Much Better is probably my favourite song on the track. Life would be so much better if you just dropped that. There's so many people that, anyway, amazing song. Survival's great. Legacy, Asshole, 'Cause You're Just an Asshole is an amazing song. Berserk, oh. And then, of course, this album has Rap God on it. I can't even speak, let alone rap that fast. Lyrics come at you at supersonic speed. But no, the song you need to check out from this album is Headlights, featuring Nate Ruess. Nate R-U-E-S-S. Nate Ruess. I might be pronouncing that wrong. But Headlights is amazing. Eminem's mum was dying, I think, or was on her deathbed, really ill. And in the song, Eminem sort of pens this apology for songs like Cleaning Out My Closet and My Mum from Relapse, where he has spent his whole career hating his mum. And there are so many songs in Eminem's back catalogue where he's dissing his mum, calling her this, that, or the other, calling her out for her shit. Whereas in this song, he's apologising for all that because his mum's dying, and he doesn't want his mum to die without ever making peace with her, and it's really important. I know this is a multifaceted topic, but your parents are your parents. You don't get another set of parents. You don't get to choose your parents. And you can hate them, you can despise them, you can have arguments, you can do whatever. But at the end of the day, that's your mum and your dad. And you should make peace with them, That is important, and it's a beautiful song. Anyway, so he would follow up that album in 2017 with Revival. Now, I posted a review of this last week, I want to say, so definitely go check that out. But I have a very mixed opinion on this album. Some songs are great, other songs are terrible. Walk on Water, featuring Beyonce, the opening track, is beautiful. I love his lyrics, I love the piano, as there's no sort of beat, it's just a piano. It's beautiful piano, beautiful vocals on the hook by Beyonce. I'm not that big of a Beyonce fan, but you cannot deny how great of a singer she is. Amazing. But then it just ruins it. At the end of Walk on Water, it sort of bleeds into another song where he has this really high-pitched, angered voice going, yeah, but I wrote Stan, which just throws me off, and it's terrible. Believe is terrible. Chloroseptic is terrible. Untouchable, which is a sort of like a Black Lives Matter song, and I'm not going to get into the politics of it. I do agree with the politics of the song, but the problem is Eminem isn't like in the clear. He's not like he's not some righteous and holy person who gets to be this political. Essentially, a lot of songs on this album are very political and very anti-Trump, and although I'm no fan of Trump, that it's just not great. You can go political, but if you can't back it up with good music, then you're just gonna ruin it, and that's what he did. A lot of songs on this album just do not land. But then, literally only a few, so that came out in December of 2017, and then in 2018 he would come out with Kamikaze. Now, this album was a response album to all the critics and the hate that Revival had garnered. This is so much better than Revival. So much better. The song that you need to check out from this album is Lucky You, featuring Joyner Lucas. And I'm actually thinking about getting some Joyner Lucas stuff on vinyl, if he does that, because Joyner Lucas is amazing. Like, I had no idea who he was before I started listening to this when it came out. And his feature on the song is amazing. I love it. But yeah, this is just so much better. And this was on this album. There's an MGK diss, which started their whole beef. Although I only had heard Kill Shot when it came out because I watched Anthony Fantano and he did a video on it. But otherwise, I'd never heard Rap Devil, which was MGK's Eminem diss. But now I have heard it, and I don't think it's that bad of a song. Lyrically, Eminem destroyed MGK. Like, it wasn't even a fucking fight. You don't diss Eminem. But yeah. Also, fun fact, this is a parody of the Beastie Boys cover. Before Eminem, all rap music and hip hop was black people, black oriented. Nothing wrong with that, but they were all black people. It was a very black centric musical sphere or genre. And then, although there were what I'm trying to say is, before Eminem, the only big white R&B rap stars were the Beastie Boys. Hence the parody of the cover, which is really cool. But yeah, so now moving up, 2020 is, it's currently his last release, but he might do another album, you never know. We have Music to Be Murdered By. Now, the songs you should really check out of this one is You Gon' Learn. You Gon' Learn is an amazing song. Godzilla featuring Juice WRLD and Darkness are amazing. Darkness is the best song on the album by far. But this sounds great on vinyl, and I'll do a review of it soon. But yeah, I mean, I was big into Eminem during school. He helped me, as well as Linkin Park, get through that hard time. But when school ended and I went to college, I started listening to much more rock music. That's when my love of Oasis began. And the Smiths and the Stone Roses. They became my three favourite bands, and I stopped listening to Eminem completely. Maybe listen to one of his hit songs now and then, but otherwise I didn't really, and it's a shame. But then it was only this year, only a few months ago, that I started listening to him again, and I fell in love. Ugh. And I've just been in absolute awe of all his stuff. That's why I picked it all up, because I absolutely love it. And it's just fantastic. He's such a talented writer and artist. But yeah, I'm going to end it there. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you love Eminem, please comment below. Let me know. And I'll see you again next time. Take care, everyone.